What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back to talk about the Walking Dead Season 8 discussion and some spoilers, but general discussion, but there will be some spoiler talk, so I don't want to ruin anything for you. So spoiler warning, if you don't want to know or talk about it or really have anything to do with Season 8, you want to be surprised, stop watching now, as I don't want to ruin it for you like I said. But for those who want to know and talk about it, here we go. Now, yes, this picture, I just love this picture. It's the latest information and picture we have about The Walking Dead Season 8. But I love the Photoshop of Glenn Marie right there that just popped up. And I thought it was awesome. And part of me wishes that Glenn was still alive. A big part of me, actually. I miss the character. I miss the dynamic. I would just love for this to have been the picture. I wish Glenn was still in the series and there was only one death by Negan. It was Abraham, and Glenn somehow survived, but they kept it true to the comic and the source material, and the story goes on. And we got to get over a little bit, but I just love the idea of Glenn fighting in the war. I would love Abraham to fight in the war too, but Maggie and Glenn together a little bit longer would have been awesome. And it's a shame that'll never happen, but I just like the idea of that and a discussion on it as well. Who are the characters that you wish were still in the series? Post your comments below, guys. Always like to hear that. But as for this picture, let's talk about it a little bit more. If you saw the other videos, I think it's just an awesome picture that highlights a lot of things. Foreshadowing, callbacks, Easter eggs. There's going to be a lot of those things in Season 8. A lot of callbacks. A lot of callbacks. The 100th episode is big time for shows, and I can't wait to see how they incorporate previous seasons into Season 8, whether it be lines, pictures, actions, Easter eggs, callbacks, different things, just little hidden gems on the wall and what people say in lines. Like, you know, hopefully we get some comedic stuff that connects everything there too. You know, Rick and Michonne, Maggie. If you look at Maggie there, you obviously see the pocket watch, and that's a callback to Glenn and Herschel, and I love that. And that pocket watch better stay with Maggie Rhee the entire series, you know. But for the pocket watch is obvious, that's a connection for there too. But the whiskey decanter, I initially thought it was the governor's, but it's more likely that it's Gregory's, as you see it on the table there, that Maggie will eventually take over leadership of the Hilltop and run things. Now, the Daryl part of the picture, I love the idea of Daryl in Ezekiel's chair, the flowers, and the doll that Carol is holding. And some people think it's the Minka doll, but I think it's the Sophia doll. That's callback to Season 2, and I hope Carol still has that doll, actually. As for the flowers and the drink that Daryl's pouring out, I don't know why he's pouring the drink out. Is it for his homies, Glenn and Abraham, that people are saying in the comments? They're pretty funny, guys. Keep them coming. But as for the flowers that he's holding, I think they're the flowers that Maggie saw in the Hilltop in Season 7 when she was being cared for by the doctor. And we finally saw that she was okay after she went to the Hilltop from the Season 7 premiere. So I think that's that connection personally. Scott Gimple said there will be some really surprising and big deaths this season. So surprising and big deaths, I don't know if I like that or not. I mean, we can hypothesize and have predictions of what's going to happen based on the comics, but surprising and big deaths, who do you think that pertains to? I did my predictions earlier. I'll probably do my predictions again right before the season starts, but you know, it's casualties, mass casualties. There's going to be deaths on both sides, Hilltop, Kingdom, Saviors, Survivors. A lot of people are going to be going by the wayside, but we'll see how it actually goes down. I can't wait. As for the Father Gabriel thing here, I think he's going to take the Holly role from the comics where he drives into the sanctuary with the RV. It won't be a truck like in the comics with Holly, but I think Rick and Father G come up with a plan, and Father G is going to step it up. And I think he's in the RV here after it already crashed from the trailer. Negan gets into the RV to talk with Father G, and I think big stuff happens. So I would assume that Negan is at the sanctuary hanging out after he retreated from the battle, and then Rick and the gang shows up. Negan comes outside, talks with Rick in an epic manner, you know, the big speeches like in the comic. And the plan would be for someone to drive into the sanctuary. In the comic, it's supposed to be Rick, but Holly does that role. In the show, it looks to be Father Gabriel. So someone's going to be driving through the sanctuary gates, knocking them down. there's going to be walkers coming towards the sanctuary, and that's the plan of Rick and Carol and Daryl and Morgan. But in the comic, that's what they do, to trap the Saviors in the sanctuary, even take out the Saviors and have them have to worry about those. But that's what you can see in the trailer. You see Carol and Tara, and you see all these walkers in the street, in the road, in the highway, and that's what I believe Daryl is, bringing them, directing them, because he can do that based in season 6. We saw that happen, and that's what I see the connection with all that sneak peek, and then the trailer is too. So they're directing all these walkers towards them. So the plan is to go to the sanctuary, attack the sanctuary, and have all these walkers come towards them. Then the plan gets crazy. Stuff happens. The sanctuary gets overrun. The Saviors fight back. The walkers all over the place. I don't know where Carl is in the battle, but he seems to have his hands full here in the woods. And you can see a lot of woods with the walkers. I believe Shiva comes and saves probably Carl, if not Jerry and Ezekiel. As you can see, all these walkers are around Shiva, and I believe she dies in the second episode. But she saves Ezekiel, Jerry, possibly Carl. I believe that's what the role of Shiva is going to be like in the comics. Everyone wants to know when Maggie's going to have her baby, even Lauren Cohan. Scott Gimple said Maggie's not having her baby in season 8. Lauren Cohan said that she admits she records how far into the apocalypse and pregnancy she is on ticker tape. So she's keeping track of when she got pregnant and when she should have the baby, because she's acting newly pregnant for a long time. A lot of people are like, why isn't she showing it? Because it's only been about 2 to 3 months that she's actually been pregnant. As for Heath, Scott Gimple said we will most likely not see Heath in season 8. So I would assume most likely means there's a possibility of it. He didn't say we will not, but most likely. So it could be at the very end of season 8. Most likely for me, I believe season 9, he will introduce the Whisperers, is what I believe, is what my theory is. That's what the PPP card is. So there you go, guys. That's the latest information I got and discussion for The Walking Dead Season 8. We are a month out, guys. Come on, October. I can't wait, guys. Post your comments below about any of the comments you have about the material or just in general. Check out my book series, Fight For Us, on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle, books 1, 2, and 3. Can't wait, guys. Book 4 is in the works right now. Check out the PT channel on Facebook. We have a page devoted to this channel. We have a new channel, The Walking Dead News. Give a follow and subscribe to that channel. We'll be posting more stuff there when The Walking Dead comes back in season. Anyone on Instagram or Twitter, I am at the PT channel. Give me a follow. I post stuff there all the time. I don't want you to miss out on any of the content. The Walking Dead community on Facebook. We got a page and a group. Give us a follow on there as well. Everyone is welcome. And if you can, guys, subscribe to both channels, the PT channel and The Walking Dead News, to help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.